Bo Nickal's got a new opponent. It's on the main card. All of you 85-pounders are punks. I hope nothing happens for you. I really do. Every 85-pounder that's on contract right now, I'd like to make a mental note. Frankly, I'm not big enough fan that I'm going to study all of you, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best to memorize who all of you are, and if I ever have a point in my career to not help you, I'm going to do it. You are all scumbag punks. All of you. Now, let's set that aside because I want to have a joyous day. And somebody who's more courageous than every middleweight within the Ultimate Fighting Championship, right? You guys are supposed to be the brave. This is supposed to be the ultimate proving ground. You are supposed to be the elite. You're none of those things. You're none of them. None of you. All of you, champion on down, suck. You want to know why? Because you all had the opportunity to take on Bo Nickal. Now, I realize that only 3 of your phones rang. I realize only 3 of you out there actually got the call. But you all knew that Bo was without an opponent. You all knew that Bo was on the main card. And you all know that you're not likely to beat Bo. That's what you know. You've all conceded that. Now, they'll keep that real quiet. And believe me, whoever this rankings person is, we're led to believe it's a committee and it's a group of people. I don't think so. I'm not positive the person can fog a mirror. I'm not positive it's not a computer program. I'm just sharing. Everybody in the sport needs to know, every 85-pounder out there, who you really are, which is a punk. You should not be ranked in front of Bo Nickal. Now, you know what? I said that goes from the champion on down, and I need to clarify because that isn't true. Champions guaranteed TV time. Champions clean on this. Number 1 contender, number 2, number 3, number 4. These guys are guaranteed TV time. The rest of you 85-pounders, all you 3 whose phone rang, but the rest of you that heard about it and didn't grab your phone and go out and pursue this, do not deserve to be ranked in front of Bo. Period. It is 100% concession. 100% concession that you're not tough enough to hold that spot. And whoever does the rankings, I can assure you, not only won't take this into consideration, doesn't even know this is happening. That rankings person, committee, or program is the most out-of-touch part of this sport. So any 85-pounder that's wanted an opportunity or begged or questioned Bo's or questioned what they have to do to get to a certain spot, you've now revealed yourself for who you actually are. And some of you, particularly the 3 of you who received those phone calls, and you stayed quiet, you stayed safe, did you? Dana never came out and outed you. John Shelby never came out and told the world who you are. You know in your heart who you are. And all you have excuses. It was too short a notice. Your weight, you get the weight under control because it was set short notice. You didn't have the proper training camp. My trainer watched this tape and he wouldn't let me. It doesn't really matter. There was an opportunity for you to be on the main card. And so you understand this from an adverse standpoint. I've seen people push back on the idea that Bo Nickal get a main card spot. I've seen the pushback on that, but now you see why. I mean, now you see all the guys who have scattered. Best General never fires the show. We don't actually have you guys fight to do rankings. We could just ask you guys, who here can beat who? Who here is willing to try to beat who? And we can kind of figure out a top 10 just based on that. And we just had an entire division clear out, pass on the opportunity, admit they'd rather fight undercard, not want to get a check this weekend. Paid prize fighters passed up on the prize, they passed up on the fight. They passed up on the opportunity. 3 of them, 3 of you got a phone call. The tone in your voice was so far away from possibly being able to accept that the matchmakers knew we need to go find someone else. We need to find an actual tough guy, and apparently at 185, we don't have any yet. And it's just an observation by me, but there's also a frustration and a surprise by me. I came from a different time. If you back down from a fight, you got looked at differently as a fighter. You don't have to fight anybody, by the way. You can be a popular guy and a success. You can be all these different things, but you don't get to be in this category. this category of badasses or what, but this category you don't get to be in if you're not willing to do the work when the work comes along. And now we have an entire division of middleweights signed to the Ultimate Fighting Championship, which is said to be the true training ground, proving ground, the elite. And you guys back down from a 24-year-old with 3 pieces of experience, a main card opportunity. You let somebody else get into the club, somebody else got signed, somebody else's name will go in the rotation. Somebody else is now there to compete with, to compete against, to take your spots, take your advertising money. You let those things happen. Instead of meeting someone at the door and guarding your house, you let them come in. You thought nobody would notice. You thought not having a training camp was going to be a good excuse. You thought being broke but refusing to go to work. You thought wrong, and you got caught, and you're a bunch of punks.